Oop. No dehydrate. Only drink water. No dehydrate. So, oh yeah, I was going to look at the world, right? They said there was news. News and rumors. There are none. Okay. So what's the update? You told me there was much to tell. Missions, people? Artifacts? News and rumors, civilizations. All looks the same to me. I think the guy lied to me about news. What do you do with the frozen ocean? What do you do with the frozen ocean? What do you do with the frozen ocean? Don't even ask me. I suppose if it's going to stay frozen all year, I can build buildings out of ice. I'll tell you what the people in my home state used to do with the frozen ocean. Because it used to freeze. Not even, like 200 years ago, maybe 150. Climate was different enough that the ocean would freeze off the coast of Maine. You know, just the surface, of course, but they knew that could happen, and would happen regularly, so they would build a house over the summer and fall, up on like stilts of some kind, or skis, really. And then they would get a team of horses to haul the house out across the ice to the islands where they would set up shop. And now that the climate's changed too much, like you can't do that. It never freezes. Skowhegan, nice. Yeah, that's the town with the sort of central road that goes like Route 2, that goes through town, kind of does a loop around the center of town, kind of, if I remember correctly. I never had much reason to stay in Skowhegan, but I'd pass through it often. Yep, I have family in Farmington, not so far away. I'm sorry. Yeah, the middle of the state. It's like, what do you do? Whoop, migrants. Yeah, no, I lived, well, in high school I was in Peru and went to Dixfield. And to get to Dixfield, I would walk from Peru through Mexico to get to Dixfield. It was a fun little journey. About 3 miles, really, but it's fun to be able to say you walked through those various countries to get to school back and forth every day. But anyways, that was on Route 2. And I went to college in Orono for several years. And so going back and forth, it's pretty much Route 2 most of the way. So yeah, Skowhegan passed through every single time. Well, oh, that reminds me. One immediate goal is to see about this water supply. Water, if it's going to stay frozen, water has become an issue. I don't know. Main goal is to have a fort, I guess. There are plans. So I have this volcano. I'm gonna have a sort of a repository or reservoir of magma up here near the top. It will be a couple of different pathways down from it. And one of those pathways stops here and creates another reservoir which is in front of the fort, so it acts as a barrier in and out. And then I'm going to start building these other chutes that go down to the caverns, which I have not yet found. See, I'm 25 down. I haven't seen them yet. And that will be... That way, if I, like... let magma erupt into this area, and it might kill, like, trolls and whatever's hanging out there. But then I might want to, you know, get access back, so I have to then release the magma somewhere. So that's what these chutes will be. But then the middle chute here keeps going down a bit further to here, where it will head towards what I was hoping. Actually, this project may now be no good, but I was going to have a water thing here and a magma thing above it, and just occasionally make some obsidian. But as far as I can tell, this will never thaw. It's even colder than Maine. So that project may be toast already. Under it. That sounds like a worthwhile project to try. Since we're in this situation, why not try it? So let's consider that. Let's make another pair of chutes. And I'll get the water in under there. Yeah, I don't know if it'll work either, but hey, we're in a position to do science, right? So might as well. So while in this early stage, they're sort of smoothing the walls down these chutes, because once the magma starts to flow, I'll never be able to get in there again. And so I thought, I'll just make it smooth. Well, I can. Oh wait, I just had migrants. Let's do that. Let's name these guys. Dumed is gathering plants. He is a woodcutter. Aya. Let's see. Carpentry. You can keep doing that. Heck! I had fun setting those up. Thank you for following. Let's see. Plant gathering. Plant processing. Cooking. Not too many things. Not every dwarf has to do every job. Alright, let's see. Dumed. 65 years old, born on the 22nd of Moonstone. Medium-length sideburns neatly combed. Long mustache is arranged in double braids. Very long beard is braided. Hair is clean-shaven. Nose is incredibly upturned. Like, so upturned it's piercing his skull. I mean, if you're going to say incredibly, you'd better mean it. Let's see. Slightly rounded emerald eyes are deeply sunken. Small lobed ears are somewhat splayed out. His cinnamon skin is slightly wrinkled, and hair is acrid. They were a wood person and a somewhat farmy person. So let's see. They like orpiment cathentine, which is custom material added to the game. It's a slightly better than steel, but not much. And it's green. So, just to be distinct and unusual. Black diamond, cabochons, short swords, and the sound of the tress of rhymes. When possible, he prefers to consume giant peregrine falcon, which, is completely normal. Asparagus and cranberry wine. I feel like these are mostly... If you had ground giant peregrine falcon... Whoops, I put my hand in front of the camera. Giant peregrine falcon. Ground up. And the asparagus sliced up. No, asparagus. No, you can do that. Yeah. You could make a bolognese with the cranberry wine. You put that over a pasta. Perfectly fine. There's no problem with that. Okay, so let's see. What should we name them? Not too many things to pick from. Detests jumping spiders. Likes falcon. Raptor stew. Yeah, there you go. Alright, let's see. Asparagus. Alright, so I do have a naming scheme. And sirens. Alright, so let's see. This is the second wave of migrants. So they are called second. And then they're named after something they like. And if possible, it's something they like that they also do. So if they're a mason and they work with stone, and I can put their favorite stone in front of them, they'll be happier. So that's half of the rationale behind that. If I can't find something like that, I'll then look into like what they like to eat. Which are no asparagus. Second, asparagus. Oh wait, they had kills. What did they have kills for? Ooh, they killed a goblin. They have a history of murder. Interesting. I mean, I don't know if killing a goblin counts as murder, but still. Let's see. Udil. Yeah, you can woodcut all you want. It's fine. I want you to do other things, though. We don't need so many of those. And actually, I need more masons. Until people start sending me masons, I'm going to have to ask other people to be masons. Monk. She feels satisfied remembering felling a tree. That's a good one. Goblin rights activists are in short supply after being murdered by goblins. This sounds like, you know, that could be an actual headline the way modern newspapers tend to write their headlines. Okay, let's see. Her hair is wavy. I asked her to be a mason, right? Okay. Her hair is wavy. Very long hair. You could have said very long wavy hair is braided, by the way. Very long wavy ecru hair is braided. The logic engine for assembling this could use a little bit of improvement. She is average in size. Nose bridge is incredibly concave. She has very low cheekbones. Her free-lobed ears are flattened. Eyebrows are quite dense. Slightly sunken emerald eyes are somewhat narrow. I don't really know what is meant by a narrow eye. How is an eye narrow? Is it like flattened? Like a football? Upwards? This hurts my eyes to think about. Anyways, let's see. Teff flour, donkey's milk. Oh, they have a huge menu of things they like to eat. Chimpanzee bolognese on the menu. Anchovy, purple amaranth beer, donkey's milk, teff flour, tomatillo, seeds, and detest slugs. So, that still hurts my eyes to think about, though. Is this abuse? Alright, let's see. Yeah. I am having some difficulty picturing what they mean by narrow. Like, if they said the irises were narrow, like, they're just a very slight band of green, I could sort of picture that, but they're saying the eyes, not the irises. Alright, granite. You know what? Granite is fine for you. Second granite. Whoops. It's a solid name. Pun intended. Speaking of things Maine is known for, is granite. Alright, let's see. Pink granite, if you go to the Acadia area. Bunk bunk. My native, well, not native, but, you know, Oxford County, the granite's more normally, you know, the whitish gray. Yeah. I personally skip the island. I don't go to Mount Desert Island often. I mean, I go. And it's been years because I'm not living in Maine at the moment. But I would skip it and head on to Schoodic Point, which is also part of the park, but is lesser known, so there's a lot less people to sort of muck up the view. Maine, I would like very much to get back. I know the economy's not great, but I like it better than living in this swamp. Alright, let's see. Oh, and a child! Maine Light? I've never been. I've been up and down the East Coast. I've once driven from DC to Colorado, well, Denver's area, and that was for a conference. It was silly. It was a UFO conference just for fun. And then when that was done, I went up to Yellowstone, and then cut across to Devil's Tower and Mount Rushmore and the big Sitting Bulls, the new one they're working on for the Indian, and then drove back to Maine from there, dropped off my friend, and then drove back down to Northern Virginia. And then I did a couple of conferences in California, which I flew to. But I mean, other than that one thing, I've really never been west of the East Coast. I mean, I've been over to the United Kingdom more often than I've been to the west of the United States. Let's see. Erush. Peasant. Let's say, I said I need, like, no end of masons, so I'm going to have to ask them to do that. And, you know, that's enough. Masonry's a big job here. Let's see. He is married to second granite. Ooh, 2 masons together, huh? Alright. He is very strong and rarely sick. Likes lignite, cathentine, tanzanite. Tanzanite is a nice mineral. Crow tooth. Do crows have teeth? Anything bigger than can be seen without, like, you know, magnifying glass, anyways. Sheep wool, gigantic squid parchment, circles, backpacks, the words of the sweet velvet, the sounds of the tress of rhymes. When possible, he prefers to consume mackerel. Too normal. Mackerel is too normal to be on the Dwarven menu. Finger millet beer and quinaf seeds. I assume it's pronounced quinaf. Detests moon snails. But yeah, I don't know anything about Wisconsin. Maybe there must be something there to visit and see. If it's just, I don't know what it would be. Without research, anyways. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. He personally finds himself somewhat disgusted with eloquent speakers. Wow. Finds maintaining decorum a silly, fumbling waste of time, and sees perseverance in the face of adversity as bullheaded and foolish. Dude, you're supposed to give up. What are you talking about? Just roll over for any little thing. It's fine. And maybe he dislikes eloquent speakers because they're trying to say, hey, no, don't give up. He dreams of raising a family, but not setting a good example. Okay. Anyways, lignite. It's not going to encounter any lignite on this map. Tanzanite, though. Yeah. Second Tanzanite. Named after Tanzania, where it is found. I forget what it looks like. It's either blue or green. I can't remember. And we have a child. Childs don't get names. They only are second child. They earn a name when they have a job. Okay, and if we're going to get under there, we're going to need to go one more down. As long as one of my dwarves does not get injured, I don't urgently need water. The problem is they refuse to use alcohol when in the hospital, and then they die of dehydration. That has been a problem at 2 of my previous forts, just because I couldn't find any water. I guess it's my fault for prioritizing a volcano over water. Actually, screw that. I don't want that. 3, 4. No, that's 5. 2, 3. This may be, you know, pointless project, but maybe it will work. And if it does work, we will be famous. Oh gosh, I have to go a long way, don't I? All right, and then we'll just make a little more aesthetically pleasing. The rest of that. Oh wait, here. Okay, all right, cool. So someday that will be filled with magma. We'll find out. And you're not allowed to leave until that happens. Well, you know, hope you don't starve to death in the meantime. It's Maine's fault that I know what I know about minerals. Because That was the family hobby, was rock hounding, and Oxford County is really good for that. Lots of gemstones up that way. Perhaps out that way is the proper term. It's not very up in the grand scheme of things. And look at all those thirsty people. Come on. Are they not making things to drink? They've brewed nothing. Need cookable item. Cancels. I better check to see. No, this still's here. Oh, nice. Good. Another hound. I think I've heard that somewhere near Deer Isle, but on the mainland, but close to where you go onto Deer Isle, or shortly in that vicinity, is a quarry where you can find azurite and malachite, which are copper ores, but also just colorful and nice to look at on their own accord. And I'm not really familiar, like, I'm used to pegmatite inclusions, which means gemstones rather than metal ores. And there's a township out, like, it's a zero population township a bit further east. You head out of like Brewer and you keep going east, and I think Cherryfield is nearby and is a real town. But anyway, there's a mountain there called Mount Katherine, and on top you can find molybdenite, which is sort of like silvery flakes. It's not really worth anything much. It's just unique and unusual and a collecting item. And, you know, these days it's a little harder to do because a lot of the places have been locked down, and you got to be part of a club because the club has to be able to buy insurance for everybody, or otherwise they don't want liability. That's usually one of the reasons. Also, unfortunately, China's like going around buying quarries. Anytime one goes up for sale, they don't even care what's there. They'll just buy it. And then they don't operate it, so it sort of constrains the supply. Oh, for crying out loud with the dehydration. So it's sort of like the diamond trade. You close off the supply and you can raise the prices up. But, you know, you can still get in. And the places that aren't really owned by anybody, you can just walk in and do whatever you want. But it's not that hard. I'm just saying, it has been sort of lucrative. Like, we used to be able to get tourmalines in Western Maine relatively easily, and now a piece of tourmaline, like an inch long, colorful, kind of gemmy, you could find just through a good day of digging through the quarry rubble. And you can now, obviously, but I mean, that wasn't considered remarkable that back then. But now you could probably sell that for like a couple $100. The prices are bizarre. And I've really got to figure out what to do about this. I need to figure out first why they aren't making... What is going on? Hold on. H. No, but I want high priority. Like, the very next thing you do, please, is find water for me. Can I melt the ice? I bet I could melt ice. Back when I was a kid and we were doing that, you needed permission. It just wasn't hard to get. You could get permission as an individual family. Just show up and say, can I go in? Or sometimes it would be more formal. It's like, there's an entrance fee of $10 per person. But the fear of lawsuits just wasn't what it is today. And so once you went in, it was your own responsibility. And if you broke your finger or something, it was your fault and not the property owner's fault. But the clubs, I mean, a lot of the rock hounding clubs, they probably have an annual fee or something, but it's nothing horrendous. And then you get, you have an organizer who figures out where you're going and, does all the work to figure out, work with the mine owner, when is it free to go in there and, coordinate and all that stuff. It's not bad. And oftentimes these people who do the coordination know of a lot more places to go than any one person does by themselves. So there is that. Let's see. We're finally getting some andesite reserves, but not many. Oh man, I don't want people to die. See, they're gathering plants. I see that they're gathering plants. Some of these plants must be good for the production of alcohol, but I just don't see them. Maybe the rules on the alcohol What am I doing? Brew. Brew from plant. Forever. Just do it and see if maybe there's something wrong with my existing rule. Wonder. Like, there's some tourmalines that my dad found at Plumbago Mountain a long time ago. And these were like 6, 7, 8 inches long and a couple inches around. And the watermelon tourmaline, the pink and inside and green on the out. I mean, those are probably, today, those are probably like $3,000 or $4,000 specimens. And they're just, you know, packed away somewhere gathering dust. Actually, I don't know if you've seen the news, but that's the same location where they've recently found a large and very, very useful lithium deposit. And it's even in a form that is environmentally safe to get. Subscribe. Do it now. Subscribe again. Do it. Catch me on Twitch. Follow me there. Subscribe here. Follow me on Twitter if you want. You know, all the things you're supposed to be doing.